Not like the girls you used to. Don't date like I used to. Fall in love, refuse to. All they do is use you and then use you. Ooh, wait, not this time. I'm holding on to my peace of mind. I run away when I see the signs. Ignore the truth when I know he lying. Oh, I've changed. I'm not the same no more. Can't deal with games, oh no. Can't take the pain no more. A movie and dinner don't mean that we smashing. A couple of days ain't gon' get you no action. Why you keep asking? What's up with that cash out? See me in Fendi, ayy. Loving you get plenty, ayy. Take care of your business, baby. I'm all yours. Not like the girls you used to. Don't date like I used to. Fall in love, refuse to. All they do is use you.
All right, I'm just reeling y'all in right now, so give me a moment to start sharing real quick to a few people,
Don't date like I used to.
and then we'll get the topic going because we are gonna start at 9, and I'm gonna be playing this song on repeat, y'all, 'cause it's living rent free in my head. Okay,
And then use you.
I'm obsessed.
I've changed. I'm not the same no more. Can't deal with games, oh no. Can't take the pain no more. A movie and dinner don't mean that we smashing. A couple of days ain't gon' get you no action. Why you keep
Oh, I'm a little
asking,
nervous
what's
today because I
up
didn't even
with
get my
that
cards
cash
ready. I
out
didn't
you
do
used
none of that. I got my notes though, so
Don't
don't knock me today, all right? Don't be knocking me now.
Fall in love, refuse to. All they do is use you and then use you.
I'm finna replay it for y'all. Everybody that's in here that's coming to take their seats, just start taking y'all seats and stuff because we're about to get it going and get it flowing. I'm finna run that song back. This is Pretty Melanin, and it's called Use. It's available, I believe, on all streaming platforms. Put it in your Apple playlist, your Spotify. It's on YouTube.
Not like the girls you used to.
We got about 5 minutes.
Don't date like I used to. Fall in love, refuse to. All they do is
I'm gonna get
use
my
you
TikTok ready.
and then use you. Ooh, wait, not this time. I'm holding on to my peace of mind.
I'm gonna show my face in a
When I
second.
see the signs, ignore the truth when I know he lying. Oh, I've changed. I'm not the same no more. Can't deal with games, oh no. Can't take the pain no more. A movie and dinner don't mean that we smashing. A couple of days ain't gon' get you no action. Why you keep asking? What's up with that cash out? See me in Fendi, ayy. Loving you get plenty, ayy. Take care of your
Y'all probably hear me crunching on this candy. My bad. I'm addicted to these Whoppers.
Don't date like I used to.
When these are chill fall, my teeth fall out.
Fall in love, refuse to. All they do is use you
TikTok. Make sure y'all tune into the podcast. We're going live on TikTok. We're going live on YouTube directly from the page, Narrative Stance Podcast. We got like 3 more minutes before we go ahead and get into the topic of discussion today. I do not have my cards with me, but we're going to go with the flow and we're just going to talk like family, okay? Because we're family. So shout out to everybody that's coming in. You come in, drop a key, drop a heart, do something, show some love. We did meet our weekly goal. Well, we went above and beyond our weekly goal for last week. So my goal was to get an additional 25 subscribers, and I got way beyond that. So we are now sitting at 60. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and aim a little bit higher now. So the goal is now 100 subscribers. And all it takes is to share or tell a friend. Share or tell a friend.
All they do is use you and then use you.
Ooh, and I'm looking a little bit of a mess, so don't mind me, okay? But again, that was pretty melanin. I really just want to run it back one more time to give people time to tune in. I want this song stuck in y'all head like it's stuck in mine. Y'all can't hear it on TikTok because it's in my headphones.
Not like the girls you used to.
Today's topic,
Don't they like I used to?
well, the title is Time Served. The topic is about overcoming being a prisoner of our past.
All they do is
There's so many
use
ways.
you.
Let me finish this because
And
I
then
look too
use you.
unprofessional.
Ooh,
What's going on,
wait,
Miss Candy,
this
like
time. I'm holding on to my peace of mind. I run away when I see the signs. Ignore the truth when I know he lies.
What's up, Big Nate? You better have subscribed to my page on YouTube.
Can't deal with games, oh no.
My head look a little lopsided on YouTube. Narrative Stance Podcast, y'all. Go subscribe, go subscribe, go subscribe, go subscribe. Even if you popping in, popping out, just share the live. Just pop in, pop out, share the live. This message may not be for y'all, but it could be for somebody else. You feel me? And we just gonna talk like we're family, because that's what we are. And y'all don't hear this good music right now that I can hear on YouTube, so y'all might as well make y'all way to YouTube.
Don't they
Make your way
like
to
I used to fall in love, refuse to. All they do is use you and then
Okay, it's 9
use you.
o'clock.
Not like the girls you used to. No, no, no.
It's 9 o'clock, so we are going to stop the music for now. We're gonna definitely go back into that. Because that song has really been pushing me through these last few days, okay? Anyways, like I stated, and I do not have my prescribed glasses on. So again, if y'all see me squinting a lot or trying kind of looking down a little bit closer at my paper, do not judge me. I just like the aesthetic of these. And they were on Shein for like $3. So why not? If y'all want to give me some more, give me some more. I got some more on the way right now, though. But anyways, we're going to get into the topic of discussion. Now, I know y'all used to seeing me from the last 2 episodes with my Narrative Stance card. I got this all upside down. Or maybe I just wrote that upside down. Okay, so yeah, I usually have my Narrative Stance cards. Today, I'm a bit unorthodox, okay? But I'm only human, so don't knock me, okay? Anyways, the title for today, and I really want to try to make TikTok camera a little bit closer, because I don't want to keep looking like this, because whenever I go back and I watch it on YouTube, I be looking a little off, like I'm talking to somebody over here. But hello to everybody that's tuning in on TikTok. Hello to everybody that's tuning in on YouTube. We gonna get the night started because I do not want to be before y'all too long because it's 9 p.m. Friday. I don't know how many degrees is outside, but I know y'all Y'all really need to be out the way if you in the DFW. So get your butts at home and cuddle with your kids and your family and your loved ones, because it's a lot that's going on right now. Oh my goodness, and my heart just goes out to the city with what's going on. I won't just go into the details because I don't know the details myself, but it is heartbreaking waking up to hurtful news or heartbreaking news and circumstances. Who is that dropping me all those hearts now? Okay, who is that? Thank you, thank you. Hearts back at you, back at you. I wish I could send them back at you. But yeah, so we're just gonna start off kind of with the definition, or like kind of like a breakdown, since it's more than one word in the whole phrase. The breakdown of what it means to be a prisoner of your past. So, what I Googled in my little study today, I'm not supposed to tell y'all that I did this today. Anyways, what I found in my study today, because this is something that I struggle with tremendously. And I feel like the first step to self-love, if you struggle with self-love, and it's okay to admit it, the first step if you struggle with self-love is how you look at yourself and your reflection, not just in the mirror, but just all around, insides and outs, your personality, your appearance, just everything, how other people feel, but really how you feel about yourself and how you carry yourself. So for kind of the breakdown of what it means to be a prisoner of your past that I found out, y'all know I'm going to keep on dropping in and dropping out like I always do, because I think I got like ADD or something. Anyways, I wanted to stop real quick and let y'all know again, I am not a licensed therapist. I'm just a regular person. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save. Woo! Anybody. I know I did not just hear a firecracker outside, and it's the 11th. Anyways, that better be a firecracker out that I hear. Oh, I'm scared. Oh my God, what is that? That sound like a, oh, I'm scared. Hold on. That ain't no firecracker, y'all. I need to hurry up and become a multi-millionaire so I can get us on up out and out the way. That's scary, and I'm scared to be by my mirror right now. So if y'all just catch me ducking like this randomly, then you know why. That's my way of protecting myself. And my kids know when they hear anything like that to get away from the windows and duck. Ain't that just traumatizing? I'm going to get us out, though. We're going to be on some acres. Okay, but back to the discussion. What it means, from what I gathered, to be a prisoner of your past. Oh my God. So it says here, allowing past experiences, both positive and negative, to negatively influence your presence and your future. So what are you talking about, Kiara? Because I don't even understand what that means. Let me try to break it down in layman's terms. So allowing things that you've gone through, it don't even have to just be situations. Yeah, it is situations and circumstances that you either have gone through or faced, or decisions that you've made, things like that make you kind of look at the past and just be not even just disappointed in yourself, but just disappointed, period. And from doing that, you kind of just place yourself on you don't give yourself any type of leniency. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that I can say that my problem has been, then that's another reason why I came out with the whole title Narrative Stands podcast, because again, it's always been a narrative. Key Latrice always going crazy. She always going live, blasting some type of drama that she got going on with blase. And a lot of times I look back on ways that I've reacted myself that I'm not proud of. And it just makes me feel like I'm not, I don't know. Let me think of the right way to put it. it just makes me feel like I'm not somebody that should even be able to speak or have a voice or push forward. Like there's no use for progress because this is already how people view me. This is how I view myself. Certain situations where I've made decisions where I'm upset with myself because I could have gone another route. And that doesn't only just come from people telling me, well, it's your fault you did this. It's about having accountability, but it's a different type of way to hold yourself accountable without tearing yourself down. Yes, we're human. Yes, we make mistakes. Yes, we go certain routes that we either learn and live from. But I feel like we should never kind of just use that as like an abusive memory. If I'm putting that in right terms, like a memory of ourselves that we're just never going to get over. And it's a phrase or a term that I put here too, in regards to that. Hold on. Because it says here, yeah, don't allow your memory to be a prison that you lock your life in. So if we're going to be transparent, I'm going to be 100% transparent. I've been seeing it a lot online, but I just don't speak on it. I'll scroll past on it because there's a lot of self-entitled people online, and they'll make statuses where it's like, that's the law. That's not law just because somebody else says it, or because, like, for instance, people saying that your value lowers the more that you have children. And I used to sit back and let that affect how I look at myself in the mirror. I am a mother of 4 boys with 1 pending, but I feel like I do great. I don't want to say great, not my best, but I do what I can to be a provider. And I don't feel like my value is lower because of that. Nobody is obligated to come into my life and take care of my kids. I do it and I'm okay with doing it. But it's ways that I start believing the things that's being said or being posted online or even said to me directly, that my value is lower because this happened, or my value is lower because I made a decision in the past that put me where I am right now. But that doesn't mean my story is over. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times we get stuck in what we've done in the past, that it makes us not motivated enough to push forward. Or even if we try to be better, we always have it in the back of our head, well, whatever is in the back of your head, you need to get it out. It says here, so I wrote down kind of like a few triggers. It's things that we remember that cause us to be slaves to our past, which is kind of what I was just going over. So I listed some things like childhood traumas, things that can happen to us in our personal lives that kind of keeps us in that dark place, or it keeps that memory alive in our mind that this happened or this occurred. So that can be another thing that keeps us in our, like as a prisoner in our past, and make it hard for us to love ourselves or value who we are, and move forward. Sometimes it can be somebody else who's throwing your past in front of you while you're on the verge or on the path of trying to be better. And people like that, you need to get yourself away from, okay? Because they are showing you now that they are not anyone that have good intentions for you. It's really a manipulation tactic, if you ask me. So it says here, but I'm going to finish going down the list. So it says childhood traumas can be one of the triggers or determining factors as to why we become prisoners of our past, or what kind of leads us to being that. People who hurt you, wrongful decisions, like I just went over a second ago, and then rumors and narratives, like the example I gave y'all. Narrative stands, Keela Tree, she going crazy again. That's my slogan. And for the longest, I used that in a negative way, because the narrative has always been, oh, well, there, Keela Tree, she just gonna be pregnant again. Keela Tree, she just gonna give her all to a man again. Or Keela Tree, she gonna do that and be reckless, or do that, this, that, and the third. And I sit there and I sit with that narrative. But I've started to kind of come to the terms or the facts with, there's no amount of any decision that I've made in my past that can stop me from being able to work towards who I am today, or growing towards who I am today and my future. Whether people look at it like, oh, she just, whatever, this is just a phase right now. That's okay how other people view me. One thing about self love is you really have to know yourself, because if you let the characteristics that others place upon you that dictate who you are, if you let that dictate who you are, then baby, you're gonna have a hard time pulling yourself out of being a prisoner. And it's not even just of the past, it's just being a prisoner, period. Stop letting people place characteristics on you or place narratives on you when you know yourself better than anybody else, okay? And they are not God. I have been delivered from my past. It's something that you need to write somewhere so you can look at it all the time and motivate yourself. Man, you are great. I don't care if you, I was finna say some wild stuff. You got people who were addicted to drugs at one point that are now multimillionaires. You got people who, you have women with a million children. I don't want to say a million children. You have people with a lot of children that are beating odds. So sometimes you got to surround yourself with people who maybe have had similar past decisions that you've made, or done things that you've made in the past, and look at how they turned it into a positive. Don't just sit in your own sorrows and look at things and tear yourself down mentally. And sometimes we don't even do it intentionally. We do it unintentionally, not even realizing that this is a form of, like, I don't want to say self-hate, because hate is a strong word, but this is just a form of lacking in self-love. This is a problem that I've had. I have allowed people to tell me things or bring up my past, knowing what I'm trying to accomplish, growing and maturing as I get older, whatever the case. But I've been stagnant in being able to do that because I'm being constantly reminded by certain people. I look half naked on here. I'm being constantly reminded by people who don't know the woman that I'm becoming, or the woman that I've already kind of been growing into. And so ways sometimes to make them feel better, they will bring up, well, you did this in the past, or you did that, you allowed this in the past, but I don't allow it anymore. That is not my story. That's no longer my narrative. It shouldn't have been my narrative then. But we live and learn by the decisions that we make. I'm not going to be before y'all too long. I'm going to wrap it up because, again, I did not have my cute little cards this time, y'all. So I'm going straight off my notes. Yep, so there's the scenario that I just brought up. Folks that bring things up that you used to do or decisions you used to make, just always remember that does not define who you are. Your past doesn't define who you are in your present or in your future. It just molds you to who you're becoming or who you have become. So use the past. I'm not saying just be proud of it, but just be thankful you're not in the past anymore. And as long as you live in your past, you will be prisoned to it. Ain't you ready to get out? Ain't you ready for them to free you? Get out of solitary confinement with the old you and come out to Gen Pop. So let's see here. Being a prisoner of your past, some other things that I wrote down here. It signifies the inability to move or be beyond certain events, relationships, or feelings. Again, the same breakdown of what we just kind of went over. A lot of times it does come from the inability to forgive, and not just forgiving others, because I'm just be transparent with y'all. It is very hard for me to forgive, and I've found myself so many times praying over my heart nowadays, because I used to be, and I love saying used to be because I am not a prisoner of my past. I used to be a very, very vengeful person. But that came to an end, okay? It came to an end because there's no gain in being vengeful and putting things in your own hands, as far as how somebody treats you or how you react to a circumstance. But the inability to forgive others, and most importantly, the inability to forgive yourself. We gotta forgive ourselves, y'all. And again, this is not to be proud of our past, but I forgive myself for certain mistakes that I've made. I forgive myself for the ways that I've lashed out. And though others may not ever choose to forget or forgive, that's between them and themselves. Okay, that's a them problem. And these are not people that you should want to even be around you or associate yourselves with if they just are so set on and stuck on who you used to be or the things you used to do. Y'all, I, again, this is a place for speaking on uncomfortable things. When I tell you I am no perfect person. I said it in the last episode. I'm toe up from the flow up. I have made so many bad decisions with people, and I mean men, relationships, situationships, just doing whatever ships. I've made bad decisions and choices with my music career, and that took me this way when I could have been this way. You feel me? I've made so many mistakes in some things that are like permanent. And I don't want to say mistake in a permanent way as far as me bearing my children and having my children, but that's a permanent circumstance. It's not a permanent mistake. But there are some things in the past when I was younger. I used to send pictures of my body to the person that I thought I loved or that I liked. And for all I know, that those can be floating around somewhere. So hey, if you stumble upon that, and if you put it on eBay somewhere, just don't let my kids see. I'm just playing. That is not funny. That is dark humor. I do not mean that. But I'm just saying things like that, situations like that, where there's a piece of your past that either someone else has or holds on to. It's something that I expressed to one of my friends before as to why I just try to stay in the background, because I feel like the moment that I am doing better and being better, someone is going to take something from my past that can still be pulled to my present and use it against me. And I prefer to refrain from that. And it scared me into wanting to come out and do things like this, like my podcast. Somebody can bring it up right now. Oh, I have a picture of Keita Treese with her booty poking. But again, what we're talking about is no longer being a prisoner of my past. So if you use that against me, then there's a thing called we reap what we sow. Anyways, inability to forgive. So we got to forgive ourselves for things that we've allowed, things that we've dealt with, decisions we've made, whether temporary or permanent. It's those permanent decisions that really make it hard to push through your past, because it can always pop up at any time. But we just got to kind of be a bit stronger mentally, and prepare ourselves if it was to come about. They say, it's a saying that says, prepare for the worst but pray for the best. So that's something that I actually love to live by. And I love seeing viewers now. I can't see my chat still, so I don't know if anybody is posting in the chat on YouTube, but I'm getting a little bit better with this tech savvy stuff. Okay, I was going to incorporate a phone line today, but I think once I do that, I am going to have to get off TikTok because my phone is on TikTok. So let's see here. I have some ways and some lists on how we can break free from being prisoners of our past. So it says, 1, acknowledge and process the past. So we acknowledge what's happened. I know this has happened. Don't be in denial about it. Of course, hold yourself accountable. I know that this happened. I know I used to smoke weed. I know I used to drink myself to sleep. I'm acknowledging it. And I'm processing it as my past, because that's where I'm placing it and that's where it will remain. So recognize the impact of it without letting it define who you are. Recognize your past mistakes or decisions. I don't like using the word mistakes because, again, a lot of times we learn from wrong decisions or wrong wrong actions, whatever you want to call it, because a lot of times mistakes are put in place to teach us. So I don't look at it as a mistake at that point, but recognize the impact, the negative impact that it has on you without letting it define you. Acknowledge it, process it, and move past it the best ways you can. And we're gonna go over ways to move past it because it's easier said than done. Oh, I stopped smoking weed yesterday. I'm past it. That is not who I am today. And then as the moment my homeboy say he got a joint, here, pass it to me. I don't smoke weed, but I'm just saying, and not knocking people who smoke weed. So, no shade there at all. The next one says practice forgiveness, like we just went over. Another one says, and this is a big one, because this is what pushed me into starting this podcast, even though I didn't even want to do this one today, y'all. I did 2 already, and I was just not in the mood today because I'm like, what do I even be talking about? Ain't nobody gonna tune in. Yes, I have people subscribing, but am I really telling y'all things that y'all can really use in life? I don't know sometimes. So this is my way of venting in a positive way instead of the narrative being Key Latrice going crazy again, blasting somebody on Facebook. But yeah, focus on your present and your future. Write out your goals, journal, whatever your passion is, place yourself into that. And again, that's easier said than done sometimes, because I can't tell y'all the last time I pulled up my recording studio to record a song or even write some lyrics down. Sometimes it's hard, but right now this has been put in the place of it because this is me using my voice in a positive way. So focus on your present and what you want to change about it. Change in a way that it elevates you, and your future. You want to know, first you got to know where you headed to know how to get where you're going. The next one says cultivate, and this is my favorite one. I kind of want to get it tatted somewhere. Where would I put it though? I don't know. Probably right here, so that every time I throw it in somebody's face, they can see it when I cultivate self-passion. Cultivate. Can that fit right here? It's just gonna have to be small. Maybe cultivate self-passion or yeah. Anyways, cultivate self-passion for yourself. You need to look in the mirror and know that I am not who I used to be. I am not who they used to see me as. I am Kiara Latrice. I don't want to say my last name, y'all. I'm going through some things. If you know, you know. I am Kiara Deal. Anyways, cultivate self-passion. I had to stop. I think what pushed me to cultivate self-passion the most was when I had people trying to bring me down and force me to kind of dislike or hate myself because of things that I've done in the past or decisions that I've made in the past. So it made me like, man, you're not about to stop me from loving me because of how you still feel about me or how you view me. That's not how I view myself. I am beautiful. I have to just say out a lot of stuff. I have to look at myself in the mirror sometimes and just stare. Like, who is that? I have to think about the good things people say. And then I try to think about the bad things they say too. But the good is going to always outweigh the bad, because the good mainly has to come from how I feel about myself and not how others feel about me. I can't control how anybody else feels about me. Thank you for my roses. Oh my God. Because I'm the rose that grew from concrete. I like to say that. And this is not me talking out of arrogance. Y'all, if I can be 100% truthful with y'all, just not even a few months ago, y'all, I was ready to leave this earth. And I'm not even putting it in the sense of like sympathy or anything like that. I had to reattach my locks. I did not like who I saw in the mirror. I started cutting off my locks, and then I just started looking at myself because I started viewing me how others were viewing me, but in a negative way. Then I had to remember who I am and who I belong to. If we're gonna take it there. Surround yourself with people who see great in you. Don't surround yourself with anybody who can bring up something to remind you or humble you of what you used to be or where you came from. Of course, never forget where you came from, but again, don't allow it to define who you are now or who you're pushing to be or becoming. So refrain from any other negative narratives that are placed on you or that you placed on yourself. Set new goals. Set goals that you've had in your head before, but you were like, nah, I don't think I can do that. Because I'm going to tell you now, that's what this podcast is for me. I used to think, man, no, I'm not going to do that. People not going to tune in. What am I going to talk again? I don't want to do that, but this is really helping me into becoming a better woman. It's taking a little bit of time, but it's going to always take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. And then we have seek support. Not only does that just mean, not only is it equivalent to getting therapy. Some people don't believe in therapy. Some people do. Some people have support groups, sister circles, brother circles, or whatever they call those. I don't know what they call the brother circles, but sister circles or little man groups, or even this podcast. This is a family, y'all. And the more I learn, my consistent viewers, I'll be able to really connect with you even on a more personal level. But I do want to eventually make this something that's a little bit deeper, like a family, like a circle. And it don't just have to be for sisters. I love my brothers too. So yeah, some ways that we can change our narratives is because this is what I learned to do, y'all. I started laughing in the same places I was crying in. I used to go to my closet, sit in the dark and cry. Now when I go to my closet, I sit down and I smile and I laugh because I remember, I look at the spot where I used to sit in and I remember I'm not doing that right now. I can really walk in here and be okay, and I can smile. I've progressed. Laugh in the places you cry in. Trick the enemy. Trick your mind. Trick the negative parts of your mind. See yourself differently in a great way. And then let's see it. The last quote here, and I really want y'all to write this down too. It says, changing your narrative changes your results. Changing your narrative, changing your results. Keela Treese is not crazy. Keela Treese, I don't know if y'all have seen me posting it. I think I just posted a while ago too, but I posted a little on in the last week. Keela Treese is a multi-millionaire, and I'm speaking on it. I'm not crazy. They can label me crazy all they want to, but that's not my narrative just because they put that title. I'm leaving y'all with, first of all, with a list of things to do like I did on the first episode. Whether y'all do it or not, y'all need to go grab a journal. Matter of fact, I'm going to make some journals for us. But I just want y'all to, even if you just take a piece of paper, just describe yourself. Everything that you think of, just describe yourself and write it out. And then I want you to cross out anything that's deemed or seems even a little bit off or negative. Anything that seems like this is defining who you used to be and not who you are becoming or are today. Describe yourself and just make a list. Cross out the ones that don't fit who you are or who you're trying to become. Present tense, future tense, and past tense. Write a list of who you are, who you were in the past, who you are in the present, who you want to be in the future. And mark out anything that doesn't align with who you're trying to become or the better person you're trying to be. But now is the time, if anybody else want to add on anything. I'm just so happy because I'm seeing progress, and it may be baby steps, but it's steps, okay? I'm seeing progress on my YouTube and my TikTok. Anyways, if y'all want to listen to the comment section on TikTok, if you want to listen in the comment section on YouTube, to help other people as well on ways that you break yourself out of being a prisoner of your past. So ways that you have, I don't want to say forced yourself, but ways that you have molded yourself to look at you in a better light and not how you used to look at yourself or not how others look at you. Yeah, because I am not defined. I will no longer be defined by my past, okay? Clock it. I don't live there no more. My address changed. So what are some ways for y'all? And I just love Scoop because she gonna always, I like doing this now. She gonna always make sure she in the chat. One of these days I'm manifesting, I'm gonna get everybody tuned in that's gonna be placing things in the chat. Changing your narrative. Oh, girl, you just wrote the same thing I said out loud. Hold on. She's talking about you better say that. Oh, how you doing, Miss Somebody? I like that. That's a narrative right there in itself. Mrs. Somebody. Somebody great. I'm finna wrap this up, y'all. It's been about 30 minutes. Y'all know I don't be talking too long until we get into, once I learn how to do this stuff a little bit more and I add in the phone line, drop some hearts if you want me to start taking calls, and I'll even post the number on YouTube. Otherwise, we will pick that up on the next episode. But I really hope y'all gained something from today. If you can type something in the comments or let me know, even if you DM me, just tell me something or any type of gem that you received today as far as what I went over or anything you want to add on, because again, I am not a therapist. I'm not perfect. I may have missed some key points or some views. We are growing together. Okay. Am I doing my big one? Because I did not have, you see, I didn't have my cards out today. Oh my goodness. What I forgot to get was the flyer for my doll, Bree, but I will make sure I post it in my story and really in a separate video, because she is, I'm gonna push her as well because I love supporting. She's doing hair. I know it's getting ready to come back to school, y'all, so I'm gonna post her flyer with her prices, kids, adults, all of that. I might need to get mine touched up too. I haven't even finished the top, but y'all can't tell, but I promise this is not a lock hat. Whoever asked me that last time if this was a lock hat. I'm just reattaching my locks because I'm changing my narrative again. Nobody will ever make me, or he didn't make me do it, but nobody will ever influence my mind to look at myself and hate myself ever again, okay? Because it took me a while to grow these locks. 5 years, baby. She's talking about you ain't crazy. Well, I do love y'all. But the last thing I'm going to say again, too, before I play this beautiful song again that is in my head rent free. Y'all better go to YouTube so y'all can hear it, okay? What was I finna say? Subscribe, y'all. Tell a friend and subscribe. I'm not going to beg y'all, but please subscribe. On YouTube, Narrative Stands Podcast. We are trying to hit, even if in this week we hit 75, but my goal is 100. Because I feel like we can do it. Y'all went above and beyond this past couple days. So, I'm just believing it that we're going to continue to grow, and I'll have other people that can tune in and give advice or just talk to us and have discussions, and we'll start having some special guests. But I love y'all dearly. I'm about to go. Let me go ahead and play this song and get us out of here. Hold on now. Again, I am not tech savvy. I still got people tuned in on YouTube and TikTok. Okay. Here I go. I love y'all so much. We're gonna wrap it up. If you want to tip the DJ, you can tip the DJ. $, Mother of Kings 94. Hey Vic, you so late, or have you been in? Because we ending it right now, but I'll send you a link so you can watch it again. All I did was blabbing. I'm talking over the song. I need to be quiet. But I'm about to go. Kings with an S. Kings with an S. It's on YouTube. Go take the link, y'all, and share it to somebody. Even share it on your post. share this live. Whatever you gotta do, just and then also y'all can hit this heart right up.
Ignore the truth when I know he lies. I'm not the same no more. Can't deal with games, oh no. Can't take the pain no more. A movie and dinner don't mean that we smash it.
I'm manifesting non-profits, okay, for single parents. I'm manifesting.
What's up with that cash out?
I'm talking about for housing assistance, groceries, school supplies, clothes for the kids, food, all of that. I'm manifesting it. It's coming.
Like the girls you used to.
She's talking about Vic, you late.
Don't they like I used to? Used to.
We need 100 subscribers, y'all. We're at 60. We might be more than 60 right now, but I don't know.
All they do is use you, and then use you. Not like the girls you used to. No, 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 no.
I'm about to go.
Don't
I would
they
love
like
to
I
sing and talk
used
to y'all some more.
to?
But I need to, Lord Jesus.
Fall in love, refuse to.
I need to finish locking my hair because
All
I'm
they do is use
gonna be out of
you,
town. Well, out
and
of
then
city.
use you. Oh, I've changed.
I love you, Vic. I do thank you for at least trying to tune in. Y'all ain't heard that rap where I shouted out my cousin? Shout out to BIC for showing me I still got family. I'm gonna have to send you that. For the freestyle that I did. When I put your name in.
No, 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 no. Don't they like I used to?
I'm letting this song play out.
Fall in love, refuse to. All they do
Y'all look
is
at me. I
use
look like a
you,
big old Eminem.
and then use you.
Look at this. I'm about to go chill with my kids and watch Walking Dead. I can't sing it. I don't. Leave me alone.